Mondi.
What's going on, man? What's up? What's up?
Hey man, look, we're back. News, reviews, updates, tidbits, fat toys, all that good shit.
Hmm.
We got a lot of things to discuss today, but before we get into it, I need you guys to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the Current Era Pod.
And share if you are feeling frisky. Now, let's
Let's
go
do it,
ahead
Mondi.
and get into it. Let's talk about things that are happening, what's happening in the wheelhouse of film and TV. For all my fans of this show, it's called Yellow Jackets. It's been renewed for season 4. This is a very popular show. People are watching. All right, so I just want to shout that out.
Okay.
SWAT is also returning with a sequel series called SWAT Exiles. The big thing is that Shamar Moore is set to return. So
Oh,
I never watched the show, but I know he has a big fan base. So
I
yeah,
remember
you
the
guys
movie
are.
SWAT was pretty good with Samuel L. Jackson, but yeah, TV
Oh
show.
yeah, I actually do remember that. Yeah, I never watched it, but I do remember that. Ariana Grande is to star in Meet the Parents 4 at Universal, alongside Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller, who are obviously going to reprise their roles in
Mm-hmm.
theaters November 25th, 2026, like that Thanksgiving slot.
Yep.
It was crazy just the amount of studios that were trying to get her to come on to do their next film because of
Mm-hmm.
how big of a draw she pulls. Like people were offering her crazy deals. Like they were saying, "Hey, you can choose any co-star you want. What pay do you want?" And she ended up going with Meet the Parents 4 out of all the movies. So hopefully she believes in the script. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's hard to not think that this is just something that she loved as a child, and she's
right,
like,
right,
I want to do it regardless.
right,
Because
right.
like if I was in her position and Lazy Lohan was like, "Hey, do you want to do Parent Trap too?" I'd be like, "Bitch, where do I sign?" Like, So
Yeah.
hopefully the script is actually good. But I mean, look, 1 and 2 were fantastic. 3, Meet the Baby, get that shit out of here. But
Meet the Fockers. Yeah.
we'll see what happens with part 4.
Yeah, apparently she'll be playing the obnoxious fiance of Ben Stiller's son. So
Love
nice.
it.
Hunter Schafer is reportedly being eyed to play Princess Zelda in the
Mm.
live action Legend of Zelda film. Um, I'm not gonna lie, that nigga do look like Zelda, but but come on now, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I have no problem with that community,
Oh.
but come on now. I mean, like you know, what's crazy. Like I'm not even a diehard Zelda fan, so I'm not gonna act like I'm just so outraged about this. But if I was, like, I'm putting myself in their shoes. Like, come on, like, what are we doing? What are your thoughts
Yeah,
as a Zelda fan?
I'm like afraid to speak on this topic. So like I look obviously I would I mean look he or she, no.
Come on, come on.
Hunter Schafer identifies as a woman, so
Yeah,
she does look like Zelda.
she
She
does.
literally looks like what a live action Zelda could look like.
Right.
So if this is the route that the studio wants to go, and by the way, this is just rumors. This is probably not going to happen, which is great. But let's speak on the rumor anyway because it's juicy. Um, yeah, I personally don't. No thanks. Like no, but
Hmm.
um, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, act like I couldn't see it because I absolutely can.
I mean, yeah,
But
like homes do look like.
bro, really do look. Nah, stop, Monty, stop. I'm gonna cut this entire portion. I'm literally not.
Yeah, Prince Zelda. Okay, now we have our first look at Chopper from the live action One Piece season 2,
Yeah.
which comes out all the way in 2026. This is killing me.
Mhm.
I
Is
actually
it?
really love my first
Oh,
introduction to One Piece, guys, was the live action. Not I never watched the anime. And I love the live action show, season 1 that we got. I know
love.
you had your
Okay.
own thoughts about it.
All right.
So I this is but what are your thoughts as a big One Piece anime fan at the live action look at Chopper?
Yeah. It's exactly what I expected it to look like, which is not really that great, honestly. I mean, this was my concern from day one when starting this show. Like, and I've said many times, Chopper is kind of just like the tip of the iceberg in terms of things that they have to animate on screen with live characters and make it look cool and interesting, or just make it look like it's just not insane. Because when a few months ago when I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time, one of my biggest complaints about that movie, even though I enjoyed it, was the difference in size between the little people and
The
like when
Hobbits.
yeah like when they were standing next to regular people, like it looked nuts, like it just does. Now that was 25 fucking years ago. I'm not trying to show the film, but making making those characters interact, which they rarely did in that film, especially like together, like side by side shots. Like we rarely got it, but every time we did, I was just like, oof. And I'm hoping that it's not a similar experience with One Piece season 2, but Chopper is a big part of the crew. He has to
Yeah.
interact with the crew. Now maybe they'll just do solo shots of him and just cut back and forth. There are tricks to it, but there's going to be times where he needs to be on screen with certain characters. So I don't know. I honestly don't have a lot of faith in it. And I'm sure they're going to do something that looks passable. But is it going to be good? I would be very surprised. That's just my personal opinion.
So essentially, what you're trying to say is that like you think like an anime like One Piece is just too fantastical down the line for it to really be in live action.
It's just so hard to translate, bro. It's so
Yeah,
hard to translate.
as most
And
animes are.
yeah, and like we have Captain Smoker coming up, where his double fruit is literally the ability to turn into smoke, and he has to interact with our crew multiple times. We have Crocodile coming up, where his ability, his double fruit, is to turn into fucking sand, and it's just like, dude, this. I mean, we'll see, we'll
I mean,
see.
but we've seen it done before. Like I think Sandman Spider-Man 3 ages really well. It still looks good today. But now that's a movie budget. But still, I mean, I'm
I
just
have to
saying.
say that's Sony, bitch.
But it came out. But that came out 20 years ago. Well,
Yeah,
damn near 10,
almost damn
15
near.
years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
We'll see. Look. I'm rooting for it. By the way, I just don't have high hopes, but I'm rooting for it.
Would you rather Chopper have been like maybe practical, like maybe like a little nigga in a costume?
No, just
No.
because exactly what you just said. It would have just been like a nigga in a costume.
I mean, like a well done costume, but or no, like
Nah.
if you had to choose, like you rather just go the whole CGI route.
Yeah, I mean, I think this route was the only route that was available for them practically, honestly. Like, I'm sure they fooled around with the possibility of having like a fucking Master Splinter stand in, like from the OG Ninja Turtle movies, and they were just like, bro, this does not work. So
Oh,
we'll
okay.
see.
Let's talk about things that are now streaming for people who might have missed it in theaters. Bong Joon-ho, director of Parasite, the movie I told you to watch earlier this year. His new movie, Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson, is now streaming on Max. It was okay for me. The new The Fire Inside, which is a movie that came out last December with Brian Tyree Henry, follows the story of the boxer Clarissa Shields, who's having a really, if you follow the media, her and Papoose and Remy Ma having a big drama going up. Anyway, their movie's now streaming on Prime Video, The Fire Inside. So actually, that's a pretty decent sports movie, pretty decent boxing movie, in my opinion.
Hmm.
And Captain America: Brave New World, for all the MCU fans who want to watch it again, or people who hadn't missed it in theaters, it's now streaming on Disney Plus. So yeah, I actually tried watching this again on a plane recently, and it didn't age that well. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk some trailers. We have the trailer for The Bear season 4 has been released. All 10 episodes will premiere on June 25th on Hulu. As somebody that's watched all the Bear seasons 1 through 3, guys, I am sorry, but I am done with this show. I know this show eats up all the
Done?
awards. I'm done.
Wow.
Just because this trailer just showed me more of the same, and it's so cyclical in nature. All the characters are having the exact same arcs that they're having in season 1.
I'm finally getting to him, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting to him.
It's yeah, it's really pretentious, and I love the cast. I really do. I just think that this show is literally going nowhere. So I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm done with the Bear, guys. Sorry,
So you're not going to watch season 4?
not at all. I'm sure it'll win some Emmys and all that kind of stuff. But
Mhm.
I
Jeremy
need
Allen White. He's the next Tom Cruise. Okay.
yeah, I love Io Debris. I love Evan Moss. He's playing the thing, but I can't do it anymore.
Cousin.
Next trailer is for It. Welcome to Derry has been
Yeah.
released. It's coming to HBO Max this fall. What are your thoughts on this show?
Speaking of things that you're done with and look more the same, bro.
Mm.
I honestly, my my reaction to this little 2 minute and 10 second thing, I was just like, I don't want to watch this. Like this looks exactly like everything that we've gotten. And granted, that's what it is. Like every 27 years, this nigga just comes out of hiding and terrorizes a new group of kids until they learn to not believe in him and believe in the power of love. And
Yeah.
cool, but like I feel like they've shown me exactly this 3 other times. And I just in a series format where I know they have to stretch it out, I think I'm okay, bro. I'm I'll check your Instagram, but I'm not really excited for this.
It actually saddens me that I agree with you because I was so excited when
Yeah,
this show
me too.
was
I
first
think
announced.
yeah, this is something I really wanted, but
Yeah, and
After
like
seeing
you
the
said,
promo, I'm just like, I'm
the
okay.
trailer offered nothing different from the movies at
Yeah.
all. And knowing that he comes back in 27 years and like it's the exact same thing as the movies it looked like. And so I need to hear maybe people say it's good because it looks way too similar to the movies in my opinion.
Hmm.
Next trailer is for Gen V. Season 2 has been released. This is the spinoff of The Boys. The first 3 episodes will drop on September 17th of this year. I chose not to watch this trailer. I was a fan of the season 1. I'm just a fan of the Boys universe. I'm sure it'll be good. Rest in peace to the actor who played Andre. It's going to be a huge chunk of the show missing. I wonder how they're going to address that. I don't think they're going to recast. I think they announced that they're not going to recast him. Yeah, all my Gen V fans and Boys fans, we got some more content coming in September. Next trailer is for the final season of Squid Game has dropped. This is part 2 of season 2, releasing June. No, I think it's just season 3 actually, but it really is more. It should be called part 2, season 2, coming June 27th on Netflix. I thought Squid Game season 2, part 1 was really good, and so I'm excited for this as well. I mean, I think this show could really have a lasting impact on media going forward if they end it off right. So yeah,
Squid Game.
you never watched Squid Game, did you?
Never.
Never. The trailer for the big one now, guys, is Stranger Things. The final season has been released. It's going to have 3 volumes, guys. Volume 1 dropping November 26th. Volume 2, December 25th on Christmas. And then Volume 3, December 31st. Netflix, anytime they have a popular show that they're going to do this to kind of
They're
spread
going to
out.
space it out, bitch.
Yeah. And apparently, Volume 1 is like 3 episodes. Volume 2 is like 2 episodes. And Volume 1 is only like 1 episode. Volume 3 is like 1 episode. So I assume it's going to be like a 2-hour long final episode. But like a movie, because I heard him say like each episode they treat it like a movie. It's like a really big finale. So, man, I think this show, when it's all said and done, could end up being one of the best shows of all time if they really do it right. Because I think this is just a delightful show. It's so good. I really hope they end it off well because it's been a long time coming.
Shout out to Stranger Things.
In terms of movies that are coming out, we have the trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 releasing Netflix July 25th. I never saw the first one. I am an Adam Sandler fan. I just never saw the first one. So I know that fan has a cult fan base. So you guys should be happy to watch that trailer online. So, yeah. We have the trailer for Darren Aronofsky's Caught Stealing, starring Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, and Matt Smith from House of Dragon fame. What are your thoughts on this trailer?
Yeah, my thoughts are Austin Butler, Matt Smith, Catwoman herself couldn't give me to watch whatever this bullshit they were trying to concoct in this. Look, man, I am believe it or not, I am a fan of going to the movies and seeing some random bullshit on a Thursday or a Friday. Like, really, that's my jam. Like, I'll do it, but not this. Not this. Yeah. This just looks like it was made for streaming. And it's weird because of the actors involved. But no, thank you. I'm cool.
Yeah, this is one that I'm on the fence about. I don't know too much about what's going on, which I don't mind. But like the trailer didn't necessarily sell me all the way.
Exactly.
But this is something that I might watch if I just have nothing to do or if I hear good things about it. But it's not something I'm pressed to see. But I'm not going to just dismiss it. I think it could be good. Like the cast is really good.
The cast is great. So Friday.
Yeah, maybe Saturday. we have the trailer for The Home, which is a new horror film from the Purge creator.
Yeah.
It's starring Pete Davidson. He's taking a dramatic role. I think he can do it, to be honest.
I agree.
The film follows a man who must do community service at a quiet retirement home when he uncovers chilling secrets in theaters next month, July 25th. What are your thoughts?
Look, man, we talk often about how comedy and dramatic roles are so similar, or typically, if you're a comedian anyway, and you can play a comedic role, you have a natural inkling to be able to play a dramatic role. Right. And I totally agree with you. I think Pete Davidson can fucking nail this. This trailer honestly impressed me. Like, I was like, okay, like I'm interested in this. Like I'm kind of here for this. It did give me Get Out vibes to an extent, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. Like, I mean, Get Out was such an important movie when it dropped, so like it's going to have children, so to speak, for ages and ages.
Children. So many children.
But honestly, yeah, like I don't think it's a bad thing, bro. And like I think what I saw in the trailer here excited me enough to where I was like, okay, like I'll go watch this opening night. Like I'm here. Like I've seen enough. I don't want to see anything else about this movie. I'm here.
Yeah, this is one like I do agree with Pete Davidson. I actually saw a movie that he did called The King of Staten Island. It's kind of like biographical about himself that he did. It's actually really, really good. Shut the fuck up. Actually really good. He showed his dramatic chops in that movie. And like you said, there is a correlation with comedic actors who can also do drama because you got to pull from real life experiences with both. But in this movie, the trailer just honestly didn't sell me. So I would love to hear your thoughts about it before I go into it. But I do think it's a kind of interesting premise idea, but it just looks kind of like you said, something I've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that film students in film school would do like dissertations on how Get Out spawned, like you said, an entire subgenre of horror. It really has.
Yeah.
And last trailer, guys, is for Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors. New movie Frankenstein coming November on Netflix. A Del Toro film dropping on Netflix, I think it's just like
It's
really
interesting.
insane to me. I hate
It's
that
interesting.
because he's such a cinematic director. But what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, they gave him $30 million. It was like, please. He was like, bitch, 30 million. Yeah, okay. I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, honestly, I mean, look, Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, I'm going to watch it. Like, I'm going to consume it. Oscar Isaac, but this trailer looked like it was made on Netflix, honestly.
It did, which
And
bothered me.
that's not a good thing in my opinion. But like I said, like I'm going to completely go into this blind and give this the benefit of the doubt because of the source material. Hopefully, my preconceived notions are wrong and that this is actually good and it's worth a damn, especially because it's Del Toro, it's Frankenstein. Like, I mean, come on, like this should be a no-brainer, hit it out the park, easy film.
Yeah.
But this looked like it has Netflix's hands all over it, and that's really never a good thing historically. So, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this, but I I am hesitant to say that this trailer looked good or exciting because it really didn't, honestly, in my opinion. So, what do you think, Monty?
I don't want to say it didn't look exciting, but I did see the Netflix feel all over it, which for Del Toro, all his movies just look like just fucking, made for like the silver screen. So it's interesting. I think he signed a deal with Netflix because he did a movie called Pinocchio, an animated film, the first one he ever did a couple years ago, which is actually probably the best Pinocchio rendition I've ever seen. It was that good. Yeah, I'm worried about this. I wish Del Toro would have put this in theaters.
Yeah.
It does look aesthetically kind of pleasing, but like you said, for some reason you can just tell Netflix has something to do with it. I don't know, man. I'll definitely be here opening night, obviously, or I'll be there on the couch opening night. But yeah, we'll see.
We will.
I'm skeptically excited. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Let's get into some reviews. I watched 2 shows and 3 movies. How about you?
I just got one film to watch. I mean, one film to review.
Oh, okay. Well, the
I'm
first show
sorry.
I watched,
The Last of Us.
I'm about to say,
so ass. I just forgot about it. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, the first show I'll get out the way is The Studio, which is now streaming on Apple
Wait
TV.
a minute.
Yeah.
Why are we not talking about Andor, Monty? Don't tell me you actually you put it down and you killed it. Like did you take it out back? Tell me what's going on. No. I want to know what's going on.
I hate that. I hate that you're making me explain this. You're so annoying.
Bring it up, bitch. What's going on?
You're so annoying. Okay. Star Wars fans, don't kill me. Listen, I watched all season 1. I tried to watch season 2. I'll say this.
No.
Fuck you, bitch. You know what you're doing. I think Andor is a brilliantly technical show. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. I'll say this: like if Andor was not, if it didn't have the Star Wars name on it or the IP attached to it, I watch it. I'd be like, this is a great show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard for me to detach the fact that it is in the Star Wars universe. And yes, even though it has got great acting, it's better written than 95% of all the Disney era things that have come out so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to believe that this is, and it's the Acolyte's fault. It's Skeleton Crew's fault. It's hard to believe that these are in the same universe. And so it really just kind of takes me out of it. Even though Rogue One is my favorite thing that Disney has done in the Disney era of Star Wars. I couldn't watch it because also I wasn't attached to any of the characters. I don't think Andor was a compelling leading character. And I know Star Wars fans have been loving this show. They've been saying this is what Star Wars has been missing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the minority. I understand that. Like I said, really good show, but I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, look. Apparently, the last 3 episodes are some of the best Star Wars has ever done, and Disney, and they're back. I was just like, okay, Bundy, I know you saw it. Like, tell me that they're wrong, but you just gave up. I love it. I love that for you.
Shut up. I did watch reaction videos of people reacting to I know how the season goes because I was still interested. I couldn't sit through it, but
okay.
Last 2 episodes, nothing really crazy. But anyway, first show review is
All
for
right.
the studio now streaming on Apple TV. This is the show that was created by Seth
Uh-huh.
Rogen and Evan Goldberg. These guys have done some of your favorite movies: Pineapple Express, This Is the End. Obviously, like fucking
Zach and Miri make a
Superbad.
porno. Don't forget.
Yeah, yeah,
Movie's so
yeah.
ass.
I remember watching that just as a horny kid, thinking I was about to see
Yeah,
some crazy shit. But I didn't.
literally, me and I did.
Anyway,
Did not.
but this kind of reminds me of like This Is the End, which is my favorite collaboration by these guys, which is all these actors who are kind of playing like exaggerated versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a show that's tailor made for people who are like cinephile. I hate you throwing that term around, I sound like pretentious or whatever, but like people who just love film and like love the idea of like what goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood. Because all it is like it's a riff on like major movie studios like Warner Brothers, Sony, all that kind of shit, and like what they let come through their desk and like what they pass and what they don't. It's got all these celebrity cameos. It's got Martin Scorsese, Zoe Kravitz, Dave Franco, like a lot of his friends, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
There was Anthony Mackie had an hilarious cameo in here. It's just so many cameos, and just like Bryan Cranston was hilarious in this. I was sold by episode one. Like episode one is Seth Rogen as the head of a studio having to pitch Martin Scorsese, some argue the best director of all time, a movie about doing Kool-Aid, like a Kool-Aid Man movie. And so that kind of stuff, just to give you an idea of the tone of the show. And I thought it was just really funny. It had some of the funniest things I've seen in TV so far this year. Each episode is like a satirization on like grievances that studios face and actors face and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, if you don't care about this kind of stuff, like, that's not a show for you. But if you are kind of invested in like what goes on, like you kind of have knowledge about like guilds and all, like writers guilds and all that kind of shit, then it could really be entertaining for you, I think. I think the funniest episode in the entire season was Ice Cube was in it, and he was playing the Kool-Aid. Well, he was cast as a Kool-Aid Man, and I think it rang so true to reality because they were like, okay, well, let's give. Wait, we can't cast the Kool-Aid Man as a black man, right? Because that's stereotypical. And they're like, no, because if we don't cast him as a black man, the people will be like, oh, you should have cast him as a black man, and he needs a black wife. It just went to that whole rabbit hole, which is so funny. And I think studios I think Seth Rogen is pulling from a very real place. Like these conversations are had in these studio offices for sure. And so overall, I give the show a B. Like I said, there are my biggest complaint with the show is that sometimes it has these really long comedic bits that don't really always land for me. But comedy is subjective, so it might land for a lot of you other people. But like I said, season 2's already been renewed and announced, so I'm excited for that. It's going to be some crazy cameos next season, I'm sure. So yeah, the studio, Apple TV,
pumping them out.
I know they finally have something else other than Severance I can watch now. I need to cancel that. I need to cancel that shit actually.
No, you don't. From.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about From. All right, guys, the big show that we're going to talk about this session is The Last of Us season 2.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it. Give me your thoughts.
Monty, I would love if you give me your thoughts first. I'm sure yours are going to be a little more positive than mine, and I would love to end on a negative note. So please, Monty, give me your thoughts on what you saw in The Last of Us season 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Kind of throw me off there, bitch.
Keep on your toes.
Okay. So when it comes to The Last of Us season 2, I think I knew very early on that we were in trouble. To me, it peaked.
You never played the games.
Never played the game. Yeah. So for context, never played the games. It really, for me, it peaked in episode 2, which I thought was a really, really good episode. And it kind of went downhill from there, which is interesting out of a 7-episode season to peak that early on in the season. So spoiler alert, guys, for those who didn't watch the show or play the game, Joel dies. And at first, I really commended the show for that decision. I was like, okay, that was a surprise to me, even though it kind of wasn't. Twitter fucking spoiled it. Okay. But I was like, wow, that takes some balls to do that. I always appreciate when movies and shows go for it and kill off major characters like that, like kind of like Game of Thrones style.
Sure.
I was like, man, that's a really cool decision. And I instantly got nervous. I was like, oh my God, that means Ellie is going to be the fucking main character of this show. And she's going to have to carry this thing, Bella Ramsey. And my fears came true. Bella Ramsey, I think she's a fine actress.
I agree.
I just don't think she has leading star power for this caliber of show. And it very much so showed. Now, I do find her annoying as well, but I want to be very clear. It's never a show or movie's job to make somebody likable, but it does fucking help if your lead is likable. And I found Ellie to be very unlikable. And the love story they tried to push with her and Dina was absolutely fucking horrible, in my opinion. Actually, it wasn't horrible. It was worse. It was complete indifference. I didn't care. They tried to force this love story. And guys, I want to be very clear. It has nothing to do with them being lesbians. I was joking on Twitter about that. It has nothing to do with the fact that I find Bella Ramsey on the track, which I think that whole thing that we poke fun at her looks or whatever, which I think is so stupid. But it's just the fact that these characters or whatever, I didn't feel any kind of connection. It felt like a Disney Channel rom-com romance.
I'm
And
gonna be a dad.
yeah, like get the fuck out of here. And I feel like there were so many other things that you could have focused on. For example, in season one, the Bill and Frank episode and Sam and Henry episode were some of the best episodes of that season. They had such emotional attachments, and those were bottle episodes. And the fact that we couldn't get any kind of emotion like that out of this season, which characters that we've been attached to and have been invested in, is very kind of discerning for me. Because like, wow, like I got like, bro, that episode, Sam and Henry last episode, that season broke me. And I got nothing to that reach that level of emotion in this season, you know. And so that was just like I said, a turn in the wrong direction. Um, I do think that I do want to praise all the zombie sequences. I thought they were really, really good. You can tell that HBO budget was definitely in play. There were some things I was like, wow, that was really fucking scary. I was really done well. The smart zombies or whatever, I thought those were done well as well. Just the whole avalanche sequence with the zombies in the snow in episode 2 was really, really choreographed well, all that kind of
It
stuff.
was.
But other than that, in terms of any kind of emotional investment, I just had none. I had
Okay.
zero. And apparently season 3 is going to focus more on Abby's story. I like the actress who played Abby, just from other things I've seen her in. I can't say I like her in this because I haven't seen enough of her. I don't know if that's the right decision. Craig Mazin, the creator of the show, said that now they're going to need 4 seasons to tell the full story. For reference to those who don't know, season 1 was only the first game, and now they're going to split the second game into 3 seasons, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I have a question for you though.
Mm-hmm.
So I never played the game, but in the game, this is kind of like Ellie's decision to kind of go to Seattle with just her and Dina and stop an entire army to kill Abby. Isn't that kind of idiotic, or is that how it plays out in the game as well?
Um. Yeah. I mean, it's ultimately the decision is made. Yeah, we're going, bitch. Like they killed my nigga. We going to get them back. This entire part 2 of the game is built on nothing but revenge. And look, when The Last of Us Part 2, the video game, came out, I was so excited. The promo for it was absolutely amazing. Obviously, the first game is beloved by many, and I was so excited for this. Like we're getting another adventure. Joel and Ellie are back. I was concerned in the promo because they were showing a lot of Ellie and very little of Joel. But once the game came out and I got my hands on it and I was playing it and you start the game as Ellie, I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah. Like Ellie's awesome. I love Ellie. Like I love this character. I spent, even though I didn't get to play as her in game 1, I think they should have added that to an extent, but then again, maybe not because of the fucking MJ missions you get in Spider-Man or whatever. Like they're just in the way and they're garbage. So now we have Ellie. She's older, she's tougher, she's stronger, and she is just running through shit in this game. And then, so like, my problem with this season started in episode 1 where they introduced Abby early, and I think they did this because they just assume that everybody knows Joel's fate. So, their thing was like, well, let's not try to make it a surprise like we did in the game, because in the game, we had no idea who this bitch was, who her crew was, until we were in that house. And when that moment happened in the video game, everybody, like, it was one of the biggest social media things that I've ever seen. Like as big as like the Get Out and the Black Panther conversation was, like what happened in that video game was going on in my timeline for days, and it was divisive. If I'm being honest, like there were people like myself who put the game down. Like I was just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. Like
Oh
like
wow.
I'm cool. Like Joel is my guy. Like I'm super cool. Like I literally put the game down for a month before I was able to pick it back up and play through the story again. Um, but yeah, so I do think that they executed that moment really well. It was almost 1-to-1 to an extent with what we saw in the game. But like you said, bro, now that Joel's out the way, it's all on Bella Ramsey's Ellie, and unfortunately, this is where the game and the live action just divert, because I said it the moment they cast her, but Bella Ramsey is not Ellie, bro. She's just not, like she just doesn't have the aura, like as the kids say. Like she doesn't have it, and it was just evident multiple times throughout this season where, for some reason in the show, they decided to make Bella Ramsey's Ellie like dependent on Dina, which is just an interesting choice. Like it was almost like like Dina is the one that knows what's going on, and Ellie's just this follower. And it was really weird. Like it was just a really weird dichotomy between the two. The love story, because I had the context of the game, I was like, okay, fine. But I do agree that in the show, the love story was just like, I don't care. Like whatever. like this is like this is just doesn't matter to me. Um and yeah, look, Abby as a character, I do think Caitlin Deaver is capable, but it's hard having so much context of the game because it's just like, okay, well, like this is how it's supposed to be, and you're presenting it in an entirely different way and telling me it's not, and like it's hard for me to like turn that part of my brain off. So yeah, ultimately, I didn't enjoy this. I didn't really like anything about this season. So yeah, that's how I feel.
So yeah, overall, I give the season a C plus. People are calling it like just horrible. I don't think it's horrible. I just think it's such a downgrade from season one. I think if you're comparing the early seasons of this or the first two seasons to the first two seasons of The Walking Dead, it's not even a comparison. Which I know that this was HBO's kind of answer to AMC's Walking Dead, and I think that
Was it?
yeah, even though Walking Dead went downhill later on, this Walking Dead earlier season man just it just destroyed us in terms of characters, story, everything. Which HBO has more money, obviously, but just a much better story and investment for me in Walking Dead, in my opinion.
Okay. See, yeah. Yeah, I ended up not finishing this. There's still two
Like,
episodes left that I did not want to watch.
wow,
So yeah, I'm not going to grade it. But it's an F.
you, that grade means nothing if you don't watch, you don't complete the series. That's crazy.
All right, Monty. Let's move on.
All right, movies. So the movie you watched was Karate Kid only, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, I watched Lilo and Stitch, Karate Kid, and I watched a horror movie. So I thought you were watching Lilo and Stitch.
Nope. Convinced my
Okay.
wife to convinced her otherwise.
Okay. Well, as somebody that loved the 2002 animated series, obviously I went into this with a level of skepticism because these live action Disney remakes just have no soul,
Yep.
whatnot. AMC, first of all, I just want to say AMC Theater is doing their employees super dirty. They had the men wearing like the Lilo and Stitch like dresses and hulas and stuff like that. They look so miserable. Um,
Oh wow.
but yeah, I like I said, I adored the 2002 version. I thought it had so much heart. I love the animation. I love the series. It came on Disney Channel. All my OG fans. I love the sandwich stacker game on DisneyChannel.com. I used to play that when I was in elementary school. And so yeah, now this is a streaming movie at best, guys, and all my fears really came true. It's just it lacks, and I hate to sound like the grumpy millennial who but it's just my truth. It just lacks almost everything. Now I will say that the little girl who plays Lilo is really really good here. She really matches Lilo's her counterpart in animation. She has a charm, all that kind of stuff. What the hell? Okay, there's a fox chasing a deer outside my room. Outside my room. Anyway, um, and I thought that the dynamic between her and Nani, which you haven't seen in animated movies, so you don't know, but that's her big sister, was done well. That's also like the crux of the film as well.
Okay.
Now people are having a big issue with the end of the film, which I'm not going to spoil, but
I already saw it.
Okay, it deters from the animated and Hawaiian values and all that kind of stuff, which I thought that was kind of cringe in the movie theater, but now I didn't know if this was going to have this kind of outreach and response. Now it's just a lot of things that, like, in terms of one-to-one comparisons from the animated movie to this, that just obviously fall flat. Like this thing, just these kind of complaints I'm having just ring true to so many live action adaptations. So it's almost tiring just to kind of go into all these, how they suck or whatever. And the saddest part about this movie, in my opinion, is that there's going to be so many kids whose first introduction to this IP is this live action movie. And they're going to think that this is just so good. But unlike my generation who grew up on this movie and loved it, which is really a great animated film, they're going to watch it when they get older and it's going to age like milk. As opposed to my generation who watched Lilo and Stitch when we're older and it ages really, really well. Because it's just a good movie at the end of the day. This is not a good movie. Overall, I give it a C minus. Disney is reportedly already planning multiple sequels.
Multiple sequels. Wow.
Multiple sequels. Because this movie's doing crazy at the box office. I mean, Stitch and
Oh,
Toy
okay.
is just for the last couple of years, like without any movie out, the toy sales for Stitch has been through the roof. So, I
I
honestly,
But say I
I
literally have one in
honestly,
my room as a dog toy right now.
that's crazy. And honestly, like I would give it a lower grade than the C minus, but I'm being objective because that lower grade only comes from a place of hatred because I'm comparing it to the original. But in an objective space, just as a film, I'll give it a C minus. So yeah.
Okay.
The next review, guys, is for Karate Kid Legends, which is now playing in theaters. Please give me your thoughts on this film.
Yeah, man. Look, I was very excited for this. The promo leading up to this movie, I thought was deceptively good, and you'll understand why I used the word deceptively in a second. But
Oh yeah.
like, man, like I was like, okay, like we have the generations here. Like we have Ralph Macchio from the '80s Karate Kid. We've got Jackie Chan from My Karate Kid, and then we've got Ben Wang, who's supposed to be the new Karate Kid. Like I'm here for it. Like I get it. I think one of the things I notated before this movie came out was this is Ben Wang's really like this is his big chance to like prove to me that he that he can fucking do this because in American Born Chinese, which Monty only me and you saw, I thought that he got outshined and outacted in damn near every scene he was in by his co-star.
Oh yeah, Monkey Prince is great.
Yeah, and I was like, he was the leading man. He was the one on the call sheet. Like, I need to see more from this guy. Because for some reason, I think something is there. Like, I don't know what it is about Ben Wang that makes me believe that, but I'm not a believer anymore after seeing this film because he gives me nothing. Like this this dude and the nigga that played in Gladiator 2, they just don't have what it takes to be the leading man of a franchise, in my opinion. And I'm like completely off the Ben Wayne franchise. First of all, this movie fucking sucked. This was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I literally can't believe how ass it was. Like how cookie cutter, how unoriginal, how they didn't even try. Like some of the dialogue is just so corny and like unbelievable. Like there's a literal moment in the film where the bad guy bully that we've seen in every single one of these films is talking to his sensei. He's like, "Why do we fight, sensei? For strength." It's just like, what? Like, are we dead ass? Like, no mercy. Like, okay, like that's what we're going with. Like, we're just gonna do this every single time. Um, I was I was disappointed in the action in this. Like the action was borderline terrible in my opinion. The one thing they showed in the promo where he was like kicking off the railing in the stairs, like they showed it in the promo. So I was like, okay, what else do you have? And the answer is nothing. This movie means nothing. This movie is nothing. The only thing that is a single crack of light is Jackie Chan in this movie, and that's because it's just Jackie Chan being Jackie Chan, which I love, obviously. But like, why did he agree to do this? Like, this movie is beneath him. This movie is a fucking Paramount Plus streaming. Like this movie does not belong in movie theaters. Ralph Macchio, like, first of all, you know something is wrong when the biggest pop of the night is fucking Ralph Macchio and his counterpart from the '80s film at the end of the movie. Like when the movie was over, by the way, like nobody cared about anything in this movie aside from when they showed the little mid credit, whatever you want to call it, after. Like literally everybody in my theater was like, oh, but like nobody gave a fuck about nothing.
I think I saw the Cobra Kai fan because he's a big part of Cobra Kai. Okay,
It is,
yeah.
sure, but this is a Karate Kid movie. Like that had Jackie Chan in it, and nobody cared about anything. Yeah, this movie sucked, bro. I gave this a D. I really want to give it an F, like I want to, but because Jackie Chan was in it doing Jackie Chan things for 15 minutes of screen time, I couldn't give it an F. But this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I was sick to my stomach sitting through this bullshit. This movie was bad.
Wow. Yeah, I actually disagree on a couple things there. First, not a good movie, I'll say that. But now the first is the Ben Wang thing. Like, I was not a fan of this guy, the American Born Chinese. That was my first introduction to him. But actually, in this film, even though the film is bad and he's not given much to do, I thought he was a good leading man, in my opinion. I thought he did the most of what he was given, in my opinion. Now, Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, the guys, the trailers are very misleading.
They're very misleading.
This is like one of the biggest bait switches I've seen in recent years.
This is the Chris Brown in the what's the dance movie? Yeah, Stomp the Yard, baby. That's exactly what this is. This is fucking what in Dune Part 1 when they were like Zendaya's in all of this.
Oh yeah. And Ralph Macchio is so funny because you could tell they're like Jackie Chan was doing all his own stunts.
Oh yeah,
Ralph Macchio, they would cut this nigga leg. I'm like, that nigga ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Karate. I hate the way he said karate, by the way. It pissed me off. It feels like This movie honestly has some of the weirdest pacing I've ever seen in any film ever, guys. And I've seen a lot of movies. When this movie opens up and begins, it feels like we've been dropped in the middle of a movie that's been going on for like 30 minutes already, and it goes at like breakneck speed from the beginning to the end. Bro, this movie moves at like 200 miles per hour. It feels like they tried to squeeze in a 10 episode limited series into an hour and a half movie. And it really is jarring. I'm like, why is this movie moving so fast? I'm like, I'm fucking with a roller coaster. I'm like,
this, first of all, it's like an hour and 41-minute runtime too. By the way, like,
no, it's an hour and 30.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say like it's not like it's long. Like,
yeah. This movie, it moves so fast, guys. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? And honestly, I think it would have been a pretty decent miniseries if they had stretched it out and give characters time to develop all that kind of stuff and give more people more time to do things. Like, I think it would have been a pretty decent miniseries. I mean, maybe on like a Paramount Plus or on like a Disney Plus or whatever. Whose idea was it to make a Karate Kid movie, have the second act be a random boxing movie out of nowhere?
Like, what? Bro, like, I didn't want to bring it up because of spoilers, but Karate Man? Is that what I get to see? Who is this nigga, bro? Like,
bro, this movie becomes a boxing movie, guys, in the second act, and then it just totally does away with that entire storyline in the third act. Thank God. But look, I say all that to say, guys, even though I've been shitting on it. Unlike Julian, I found this to be delightful. Maybe because I already had expectations in hell.
Okay.
I thought it was like this felt like a movie you just throw on like Disney Plus, like on like Saturday afternoon, and just like watching, like you giggle. It's just charming to me.
No.
It's charmingly bad, maybe. I don't know.
No.
Like I said, it's not a good movie. I gave it a C plus.
What?
I gave it a C. Like I said, it's because of the charm factor. Like, I enjoy Jackie Chan on screen. And Jackie Chan, by the way, even though this movie's bad or not good, he's such a good actor.
He's so good,
every scene that he's in. Like if Jackie Chan didn't throw a single kick, a single punch, he has so much gravity on screen.
Yeah, he does.
He really does. He really does, man. And so, and I caught myself smiling at the Ralph Macchio moments when him and Jackie Chan were going at it.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
That kind of stuff adds to my overall enjoyment of the film. So I gave it a C plus. I was waiting, god damn it, on my fucking Jaden Smith cameo. listen. I was like, bro, when the credits were rolling, I was like, bro, when the credits were rolling, I was like, okay, hold on, post credits, bitch, Google. Y'all, listen, if Jaden Smith would have appeared in this movie, we went from a C plus to a fucking B plus. They missed a golden opportunity. They brought back everybody else. I'm like, bro, can you imagine an older Jaden Smith with swag now coming in like, hey kid, heard you need a teacher.
Yeah, that should have been so ass, but I would have loved it. I would have ate it up. Like, I would have ate it up, bro.
Bro, Mr. Hahn, like, hey, I have one more student you can learn from.
No, look, it would have been jacket on, jacket off, and all of a sudden somebody catches the jacket, and then the camera just turns up.
You see that light skin hair?
Yeah,
Karate Kid.
Yeah. Money, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not letting this ride. This movie fucking sucks, bro.
It does not suck, bro.
It sucks, man. Oh my god, I was so excited to see this bullshit. But look, one good thing that's come out of this movie is that Jackie Chan is here in the States promoting the fuck out of it, which is great. Mm-hmm. It's all over my TikTok. Every single thing I scroll on is Jackie Chan promoting this movie. And
nigga at WNBA games and shit?
Yeah, like, it's like, wait, what? Like, why are you like, this nigga does not know what basketball is, but okay, whatever. Like nigga, especially women's basketball, bitch.
Why are you bowing down to fucking Sabrina Ionescu?
You literally don't know who she is. Like, you don't know her. But okay, whatever, bro. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, sorry. Let's move on.
Last review, guys, is for a movie called Bring Her Back, which is now playing in theaters. Have you heard of this film? It's a horror film.
Yeah.
This is from the directors of 2022's Talk to Me, which I think is one of the best horror films that came out that year.
Okay.
I'm not as high on it as everybody else is, but I think it's a really well done horror film.
Yeah.
It's crazy. These guys started just as like making like funny YouTube videos. Now they transitioned to making these, really good horror films by A24. Fun fact for all my Talk to Me fans, they are exploring sequel options. They're either going to continue the story from part one or they're going to do a whole new story in the same universe. Now this film stars Sally Hawkins, who's a great, fantastic actress, and she's really, really great here. I was really impressed by the two other performances by these two young men, the actors who played the character Andy and the other actor played the character Ali. These are two names I never heard before. It's like one of their first acting jobs. I was blown away. Like some of the best performances of the year. One thing I'll say about these directors when it comes to these horror films is that they always try to make it a character-based film first, which I think that's kind of the best horror in my opinion. And so just some really good performances all the way around. these directors clearly have like a fascination with like the afterlife, as the same thing would Talk to Me, like what goes on after you die. And I think in my head canon, it kind of takes place in the same world as Talk to Me. I can see like it could take place in that same universe, and maybe one day they connect these films together because there's some similarities there in a good way. Um, and they've also mastered the art of like disturbing imagery and sound design. Like I'm one of those moviegoers. I can watch a whole lot of blood. I can watch bones cracking. It doesn't do anything for me. There were two scenes in this movie, guys, where I had to close my eyes and look away. Like
Wow.
it was literally that disturbing, and I covered my ears as well because like it was really that disturbing. And so um, yeah, man. Overall, I give it a B. I think it's a really good horror film. I think it's one of the best horror films of the year so far. These guys continue just to impress me with every effort that they do. I'm excited for their next film as well. It's one of those. It's not your. So if you guys like Blumhouse horror, don't watch this movie. It's more of a build up kind of horror, but I think it's worth the payoff.
Hmm.
And it's like I said, it's grounded by some really good performances. It's not that kind of fast food horror. I think this is real. Like this is like a steak and potatoes and green beans kind of horror. You know. So the movie, shut the fuck up. He's always laughing at me every time I say something. The movie ended. A great sign that a movie was impactful is that when the movie ended, there were instant discussions amongst all different groups of people in the theater, like different kind of like think pieces discussions. It's always a good sign that art did something to you, you know. So, like I said, I give it a B. I'm excited for these guys' next film. Bring Her Back, now playing in theaters.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that movie's on my radar. I'll probably check it out once it hits streaming.
Have you seen Talk to Me?
I have not. No.
Okay. Um, Last bit, we're ending. We're coming to the end here. Bruce Banner will now be the mentor, apparently, in Peter Parker and Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which is
Yeah.
Spider-Man 4. Tom Holland. Internet's having a big problem with it.
Yeah.
I kind of am as well. Because I thought that when we ended No Way Home, this was him going into like the Spider-Man that we know, but he's kind of self-sufficient, self-sufficient and kind of doing his own thing. No more Avengers distractions. Like obviously, he's had a big mentor in every movie. Part 1, Iron Man. Part 2, Doctor Strange. Part 3, no,
Hope he
part 3,
did.
Doctor Strange. No, part 3, Doctor Strange. I'm sorry. Part 2 was Nick Fury. Part 1, Iron Man. And so I kind of wanted him to kind of do his own thing, be that street level Spider-Man that we all know and love, his friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But they're kind of leaning more into that. He's in this grand thing of the Avengers, which sure. But what are your thoughts on this? I mean, I'm happy to see Bruce Banner back, but
Yeah.
not a Spider-Man movie.
I mean, look. Ultimately, I think I'm not sure how I feel. Honestly, yeah. Like on one hand, I would love for him to have his solo Spider-Man adventure, but on another hand, he's in the MCU. He's in New
Yeah.
York, and how long are we just going to ignore the fact that these other characters exist for the sake of a superhero solo movie? So, um, what? There's some major catastrophe that just happened that Spider-Man just completely ignored. What was it?
In Daredevil?
Yeah, thank you. Like there was little bombs going off in the city, and Spider-Man was just asleep, I guess. Whatever.
Or in Thunderbolts with the fucking Sentry, fucking darkened half.
Yeah. Like what the fuck is going on? Yeah. So, yeah. Like if I'm going to point shit like that out every single time, then I can't be mad when they give the nigga somebody. I can't have it both ways. So, yeah. I mean, ultimately, and look, it's Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner / Hulk, who I've loved since he debuted in the Avengers. And he's got to start his comeback somewhere. So let's have it here in this Spider-Man film. Sure.
It was a She-Hulk, bitch. And like, I don't mind it. It was not. I don't mind the cameos. Like you said, he's in the greater MCU. It's just the fact that why does he need a mentor again? You know, like he's a grown man. He's in college. Like let Spider-Man be Spider-Man.
At 19, is he a grown man? Is he?
You know,
At 21, is he a grown man, Mondi? I don't think so.
That's true.
Your brain is fully developed when you reach 25. Your frontal cortex.
Let's talk some video game news. Both video games for Wonder Woman and Black Panther have been canceled this year.
Yeah.
We have a few details on the Black Panther game, which actually sound really interesting, guys. It was canceled, but there were 3 main playable characters, which were T'Challa, Killmonger, and Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all vying for that Black Panther mantle. And the main villains were going to be Skrulls who have invaded Wakanda, which that just sounds like a movie I want to see just on its own. Yeah, what are your thoughts on either one of these games, and would you have played them?
I mean, ultimately, yes, I would have tried both of them, but to me the real Black Panther game is still on, so I'm fine with this one getting canceled. Whatever this Black Panther video game was, I really don't care.
Oh, with him and Cap is the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That comes out this year?
I should. Yeah.
Okay.
I think towards the end of the year. So we'll see.
You buying it?
Am I going to buy the game? Yes, I'm going to get it as soon as it comes out.
Okay, just curious. Damn, nigga. Okay, guys. Last segment of today is random recommendations.
Wait. Why are we not talking about the announcement of the Harry, Ron, and Hermione of the new Harry Potter TV series?
Oh, I was gonna wait till like a teaser or something like that. Okay, but sure, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Yeah, they've been announced. Hermione is not white again. Do I care? I think I do. I think I do care that she is not white, but
even though in the books it was never stated that she was white.
Correct. I think I care, but that's just because Emma Watson was so fantastic, and in my mind, Emma Watson is Hermione.
Of course.
But look, I was always going to watch this reluctantly. I was always going to watch it. I did not want this. I do not want this. I hope it gets canceled. But I am actually praying for these children that got announced as these once in a lifetime characters, especially with all of the social media that we have and all of the hate that people spew to literal children. Hopefully, these guys have a good support structure, and look, hopefully they fucking kill it. And like they make me forget about Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson. So that's the goal. Is it going to happen? I doubt it, but we'll see. I'm excited for them. I mean, it was. I actually really want to see it now because to me, like it's good casting. Like like all three of them. So let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm actually here for this.
Yeah, I mean the kids look cute. I mean, as kids typically do. That sounds crazy.
That sounds crazy. The kids look cute. All kids are just adorable. They're just so cute, and I just want to eat them up. What the fuck, nigga?
Anyway, have you seen the audition tape for Hermione that's been going around online?
I don't know if it was actually Hermione. I mean, I know that's what people were saying, but yeah, I mean, she's very, very Emma Watson coded.
Yeah, very. Which
is good and bad. I mean, obviously that's inspiration for the character, but she needs to make it her own in some way. So, yeah, she was good. She can do it. Like there's like I mean, it's obvious that the three of them together got paired together for a reason. Hopefully that they all have their on-screen chemistry that our original trio did. My fear with this is that they're going to take too long. They're going to age up too quickly. Even in the OG series, they couldn't shoot back to back to back. By
Harry was 18 by Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it was a grown ass man.
Yeah, like I think they were all like 22 when they were shooting the part 2 of the Deathly Hallows. So I mean, even though in my mind they were young enough, like it was fine. But let's try to speed this shit up, please. So that's all.
Yeah, it's always funny because I always watch the Harry Potter movies in order, like every year, and like going from Chamber of Secrets to Prisoner of Azkaban, like what the fuck? It's a grown ass man. What the hell happened?
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah.
So will this trio be better than Nigga Beth, Percy, and Grover?
I sure fucking hope so. I mean, like that's not hard. I
know.
Don't get me fucking started, bitch, on those fucking niggas. They announced that bullshit poster. Yes, coming out in December, guys. I know you guys are waiting on it. We're not.
We're not.
We are not waiting. But okay.
We're not, yeah.
Can't wait to give that shit a D again. I gave it an F last time, so we'll see.
Yeah, I gave it an F. No, I gave that a D. No, I gave it an F. Last
horrible
segment, guys, is for random recommendations. Every month, me and Julian swap movies that we watched that we haven't seen in a long time or never have seen before. The movies that he gave me for the month of May to watch were Friday the 13th, which I've never seen, as well as Jet Li's, what's that shit called? Unleashed, which I never saw as well. And Julian, I told him to watch Barbarian by Zach Kreger and Alien vs. Predator. So I'll go first on my movie, which I saw first was Friday the 13th. Which it's crazy how I never saw this movie. I know it's iconography, which kind of hurt me, by the way. I'm going to explain. Okay. So listen. When I watch this movie and it's like an hour and a half movie, right?
Yeah.
We're at the hour mark. I'm like, okay, no Jason, interesting.
Okay.
Hour and 10 mark. Okay, the mom was revealed to be the killer. Okay, wow, that caught me off guard. Interesting. Okay, but so where did Jason? Okay, where's Jason about to come through with this hockey mask? I'm waiting. The movie's over. I said, oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah,
what the Halliburton?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that caught me off guard because, like I said, my knowledge of the franchise ended up hurting me because I just knew Jason was going to be in this damn movie, and he wasn't, you know. So now now that's my subjective view on it. Now,
Sure.
objectively, let's talk about the movie. So I saw a lot of scenes that other slasher movies have obviously paid homage to based on this movie. I was like, okay, I know I've seen that 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that kind of setup 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that, and so I was able to appreciate it for that. The score is to die for. Every pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the score is absolutely brilliant. And I also have a hot take on slashers as a subgenre of horror.
Okay.
I think slashers are bottom tier horror.
Okay.
And I think that if I would have seen this when it first came out, what was it, 70 something, 80 something?
I think it was 79, 80, something like that.
I would have appreciated it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But having I've seen 1,000 slashers now.
Yeah.
I think it's bottom tier horror, and I'm gonna say why. I think it's the easiest kind of horror to make.
Mm-hmm.
I think they rarely have something to say. I think it's typically just a whole bunch of horny teens in the woods, and it's just a gore fest.
Yep.
And which is cool. But when you've seen as many as I have, like I said, I think that Halloween's credited me like the first slasher, and then this came like shortly after Halloween.
Yeah.
I think that novelty, if I would have seen it in the 80s, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. These kids are getting fucking killed.
Yeah.
But now it didn't really hit the same for me. So that hurt me by not seeing it earlier on.
Okay.
And in my opinion, all the best slashers are the best because of the fact that they have really good characters in them and character interactions. And the characters were just all kind of archetypes of characters that we've all seen before. Like I really like Bodies, for example, came out recently. And not because of the slashing, like I said, I think it's bottom tier horror, because of the characters and all the messaging, all that kind of stuff. I thought that was really, really good. So I also want to say the character who plays Marcy, fresher, by the way. I look her up. Are you still out there? So overall, this might be blasphemous in the horror community. I give Friday the 13th. I give it a C plus. But like I said, I think it would have definitely changed if I had seen it. And also my expectations of Jason or whatever, that really just caught me off guard. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't really blame you for viewing it that way. I guess I should have given you. Well, no, then I would have spoiled the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's really nothing I can say.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. So I assume he comes in the icon. Jason comes in. Jason,
he's
2?
in part 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is part 2 known more than part 1? Because that's what everybody knows. Jason.
That's a good question. I don't know. So like, part 1 for me is like it's like the one that I always go back to, which is funny because he's not in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's literally not in the movie. It's not about him. It's about his mother. And to me, it's like you said, like it's the movie that kind of birthed all of these fucking slashes that we have after it. So like, I appreciate it for that fact. You know what I mean? Like even though obviously I wasn't alive in the fucking 80s, I didn't see it when this shit came out. I saw it in, I don't know, early 2000s, late 2000s or whatever. But I was able to appreciate it because I was like, okay, it's just like you said, like, okay, we got the horny teen, we got the one that kind of knows what's going on, we got the one, you know what I'm saying, like so like it was for me, I was able to appreciate it. And the Jason mom thing was like, holy shit, like what, like okay, so yeah, you know, but see, okay, whatever, man. Yeah. Bitch. All right. So the first one I watched was, which one was it? Barbarian 2022. So Mondi, you've talked about this film extensively on the pod. I think your exact quote was, this is one of modern horror's best films or something along those lines. And I think another thing you said was to go into it completely blind, or as blind as you could, which I did. Yeah. I have sat on here and told you multiple times that doing that exact thing has kind of hindered my viewing experience for some of these recommendations. But for this, I listened to you. I did. I went in blind. Apparently, Avi has seen this movie already. She was like,
what?
She was like, we have seen this movie. I was like, I've never seen this. Like, I've literally never seen this. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, she swore up and down that we had seen this together, and I was like, that was your
side nigga.
That was Peter. We'll have a fucking talk after this. But yeah, so you know, I this movie was certainly different, and different doesn't always mean good, but it was different. Like, you know, there's a point in the movie like 45 minutes in where like the movie's just over. And it's just like, wait, what? Like, and then like a whole new movie starts, and then like obviously you keep watching, and then everything intersects, and I don't know. I think visually, cinematically, thematically, this is a really good movie. Like I get it, but I just don't think I had fun with this, and that
Okay.
like
That's fun.
hey,
He has to have
I
fun.
need my fun.
I literally hate you. This is why it's fun for us, by the way. I want you to know.
I mean, look, like I said, like it was, it was cool, movie, but I don't know, man. Like ultimately, when the movie was over, I was kind of just like, okay, like I guess. It didn't really leave an imprint on me. Like I didn't really feel anything after it was over. But like I said, like from a technical standpoint, like it excelled. Like I was like, okay, like damn, like, but my biggest takeaway from this is that I don't know if I would recommend this movie to literally anybody. Like I don't know,
Really?
Yeah, like what can I possibly tell them about this? Like, is it a good time? Like, is it overly scary? Like, is it gonna leave you thinking? Is it? Because it didn't do any of those things for me. Like, it literally didn't. Now, like, I guess if you're just a fucking film nerd, then sure, go watch Barbarian, bitch. Have fun. But
don't reduce it to that. It's more than just for film nerds. If you just like horror,
okay.
I guess not.
Okay.
So,
but
all the twists and turns, you didn't find yourself invested in all the twists and turns in the movie? Like, well, not twists and turns. I guess the reveals. I guess should I say? Because remember, it's a big bait and switch in the beginning. Like we think that this Airbnb, this guy's about to be creepy. And by the way, I thought it was brilliant casting Alexander Skarsgård. No, not that's Bill Skarsgård.
Oh,
Bill Skarsgård, who plays Pennywise, because it's like that puts the audience's mind because this guy's gonna be obviously the creepy killer. And the bait and switch. Well, I don't want to spoil for people who haven't seen it, but I thought that was a really cool casting because like it's like them playing with you, like nigga, no, actually he's not who you think he is.
Thank you for bringing him up. One of my main pet peeves in any type of media ever is a character that makes every wrong decision and then gets rewarded in the end. Like,
did he get rewarded?
No, I was talking about his counterpart, the co-star of the
girl.
film. She literally made every single wrong decision that you can make in any type of film, and yeah, I was just like, okay, didn't love that.
Don't she remind you of Halle Berry a little bit?
She does. I was leaning more towards Journey Smollett. Like she kind of reminded me of her for some reason. But yeah, like I said, like it was interesting to an extent. It just didn't make me feel anything ultimately. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I ended up giving it a B-. Like I still think, like I said, like it's still technically great. And I think that this is one of those films that has something to say, and it is different. Like it's not your genuine or your general popcorn horror movie that you can just sit down and enjoy. But sometimes that's what you need, buddy.
That's what you need.
Sometimes that's what you need.
So his new movie coming out this year, Weapons. Remember we read the trailers, but the classic kid that goes missing.
Yeah.
Are you interested in that now to watching Barbarian or no?
The same guy made that. Oh boy.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm not. But I'm pretty sure I was on the fence about that one anyway, based on what I saw.
Okay.
So yeah.
Next review is for Jet Li's Unleashed. This film stars Jet Li, Morgan Freeman. So I'll be honest, the first half an hour of this movie, I was so concerned. I was like,
really?
Oh my God. Because it was go action.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, what is like I think both ends of the spectrum you can go too far. You can go too far when it's too slow and too boring. The pacing is horrible, but you can also go too far, for me at least, when it's just monotonous action. I'm like, okay, where's the story in all this thing? And when it was finally able to slow down, and when Jet Li meets Morgan Freeman's family, I was like, okay, here we are. I can breathe now. There's a movie here, you know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like action all day. I like a story interweaved into my action. Sorry, sue me.
Nerd.
It's really easy to forget just how, like I mentioned it with Jackie Chan, how good that the martial artist actors that break over to the Western world is for a reason, guys. I said it with Donnie. I said it with Donnie Yen and Ip Man. I said it with Jackie Chan. Obviously, you have to have the acting chops and the gravity. Like Jet Li is such when he's. I was so much more. This might be blasphemous to say as well. I was so much more invested in the story of him just becoming a human and being humanized than all the kicks and fighting. I'm sorry, I was. I really enjoyed just him turning over a new leaf and becoming a better person. Because he sold that so well. He's such a great actor. Jet Li is, as well as Jackie Chan, as well as Donnie Yen. And so I thought I was really just as much invested in that. And I feel like also the human story, like I said, was my drawing point as opposed to the fighting aspect. And that's kind of my biggest knock on the movies. I feel like the fighting aspect was the draw for people. But I found myself being much more interested in just him, the human storyline, in my opinion, which was kind of minimalized. And for example, like my favorite scene was when they're in the supermarket and that guy comes in and robs the supermarket and Jet Li's just like, because he's so desensitized to trauma
violence,
and violence that he just it didn't even register that he's in a high intensity situation right now. And I love that scene so much. If I had $1 for any time somebody got kicked out of a damn window in this movie, I'd have like $12, which is a lot of fucking dollars. There's a lot of kicks out of the windows. I thought the action was okay to me, but there was a standout in the final scene between him and the bald white guy. That was a really good fight scene. I was like, okay, I can actually watch that fight scene again.
Danny!
So overall, I give the movie a C+. Like I said, I wish the action meant as much to me as a human storyline. So
it's so funny how people would just grow up. Like for whatever reason, you just never saw all these awesome action / kung fu movies in a black household. Like I'm never gonna let you like forget that you didn't see these, bitch. Like you're weird. Your parents are weird. I don't know why they didn't show you these movies. Yeah, it's your parents' fault. They should have sat you down and made you watch these movies. They were making you watch fucking Shakespeare, I guess. Like what the fuck, bitch? Like what the fuck were you watching, nigga? Unleashed is absolutely fantastic. It's one of Jet Li's best performances. And yeah, Morgan Freeman as the blind guy. There's that scene when they're there by the piano, just talking, trying to like humanize Jet Li. I love that scene, bro. It's something I go back to even today. And yeah,
Morgan Freeman,
was good.
Morgan Freeman actually just turned 88 years old, which is crazy too, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out to Morgan Freeman,
boy got long.
All right, last one here is Alien versus Predator. Look, man, every problem I had with Barbarian. Oh, go ahead.
Explain to the audience why you've been, as a big Predator and Alien fan, why you've been holding off on this movie.
I saw the promo for this. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Sorry. Let me back up. All right. So I had grown up with the Predator franchise. In my household, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, like Bruce Willis, like every action and kung fu star was important. So my grandma had every single Arnold Schwarzenegger VHS. Every time we would come over our house, we would watch them. Predator was one of the most played. I love that movie. It is so special to me. And I think because of that, I had never seen Alien. So until like maybe, I don't know, a year or two ago. So when I finally saw Alien, loved it, obviously. I was like, okay, the next logical step is Alien versus Predator. Like, okay, give it to me. I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks fucking ass. Like, I don't want to like look. Sanaa Lathan, god damn, she is gorgeous. She even she couldn't do this to me. Like, I was like, I'm not doing it. I've seen enough terrible horror to know one when I see one. Monty, I was so fucking wrong, bitch. This was everything I wanted, nigga. Like, what the fuck, nigga?
It's not a good movie, by the way.
No. Look.
It's fun.
Look, in my notes, I literally have this is a C movie with A+ enjoyment. Like, nigga, like there's nothing that I wanted more than the billing to be true. This is Alien versus Predator, bitch. Like, these niggas was a boxing. And I was like, okay, yes. Like, first of all, I think it's hilarious that the Predators are just the good guys. Like automatically, like this. Because, like, you I mean, it would be nuts to happen with the aliens because these niggas are just trying to kill everybody. But I guess the Predators, these niggas just want a prize. Like, they're just like, you're dying, bitch. You're weak. I'm going to skip over you. The aliens are like, you're a host. Yeah, come here.
Yeah. Right.
No, by the way, no matter how many times I see it, those little fucking crawler aliens are always going to be the creepiest thing ever. Yeah. Like, they're always going to be so fucking creepy. And yeah, like this movie just gave me everything I wanted in one of these movies. Like, I can acknowledge when the budget's not there, when the action isn't there, when the actors are not there, when there's like an overuse of CGI, but I can also acknowledge when a movie is having fucking fun, bitch, and they're leaning into what you came for. It's just like with the King Kong versus Godzilla thing. It's just on. I mean, obviously that's on a larger scale, but like you're here to see these two niggas intersect, and you're getting it. So intersect, bitch, intersect. You're getting it.
Nice choice of word.
I want to see Requiem now, even though I know it's going to disappoint me. I don't care. I'm going to watch it as soon as we get done. Monty, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Nope.
As you would say, I ain't gonna watch that one, bitch. I didn't tell you to watch that one.
Hey, this nigga Monty watched 3 can play that game. Like what? You're nuts for that. You're nuts. But yeah, look, I love this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I mean, when it was over, I was like, no.
Wait, so I haven't seen it in a while, but didn't one of the Predators fall in love with like somebody like that or some shit?
Fall in love may be a strong word. I mean, I mean, so she ended up killing one of the aliens, and he was like, "Okay, bitch, you cool. All my other niggas is dead. Let's ride." And then that's kind of what happened. But I mean, the movie ended with the alien popping out of his chest, on their little vessel. So
half alien, half predator, but stronger than all.
It's so funny because when it happened, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, I know they're not going to forget. And then the end of the scene, I was like, no, don't be over. Yeah, like I said, look, this is the epitome of a C+ film with just A+ enjoyment. Like this is, but to me, I will take this over a Barbarian any day of the week. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, sue me. Like, I'm here for the fucking popcorn, bitch. Like, yeah, like, give me this any day of the week. I mean, this was Monday. Hold on, wait. Let me just make sure before I say something crazy. This was the best recommendation, bitch. I'm sorry.
Guys, Julian just put Alien vs Predator over Parasite, by the way, which you guys understand it.
I did.
Did you also catch the Thing references? Which now that I watched the Thing, I feel like this was kind of they kind of based the atmosphere on the Thing. No.
Yeah. I mean, Antarctica. Like cold tundra. Don't let it out, nigga. Yeah. I mean, but yeah. I mean, Alien. I think we can all agree that Alien kind of bit, or I guess the Thing bit off Alien because Alien was definitely.
Oh yeah.
So,
it did,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It comes full circle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but okay. Now this is the part where we announce our June random recommendations to each other.
Yeah,
we'll snake it around. I'll go first. Have you ever seen Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler?
That's one with Kevin Garnett, Netflix.
Yeah,
I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen?
It's been a while, but yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I mean, it came out fairly recently.
2017.
Have you seen Treasure Planet?
I have not seen that. No.
Treasure Planet.
Okay,
that's your number one.
I have 2 separate lists. Give me a second. All right, I'll just do this. Treasure Planet animation. Finally. All right, your first film. All right, so Monty, I've given you Donnie Yen, Zip Man. I've given you Jackie Chan's.
Oh, no.
I've given you Jet Li. Now it's time to learn from their master. You're gonna watch Bruce Lee's The Game of Death. This is his final film. Talk about a film that inspired so much. Talk about a film where you're going to be like, okay, clearly they got this from this film. Enjoy. Please be. Look, it's made in the 70s.
That's cool.
So
I watch movies in the 30s and 40s. So like,
oh my god,
real cinephile.
So yeah, all right, yeah, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Okay. I love how you only give me horror and kung fu. Like, nigga, do you have any kind of scope when it comes to movies?
Nope.
Jesus Christ. Okay, next movie I want you to watch is like, you ever seen The Time Machine with Guy Pearce?
Never heard of it.
The Time Machine, Guy Pearce, early 2000s.
Oh, great. Love time travel.
I know he does.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to give you another action movie since I know you just love them so much. I'm going to give you the original Die Hard. Have you ever seen Die Hard?
Yes, nigga.
Oh, you have? Okay. Good. Then I'll erase it on my list. Hold on. Let me give you something else then. Let's do a comedy. I'll do Nothing to Lose. Martin Lawrence. Have you ever seen that?
No, I never heard of it.
Good. Nothing to Lose. Starring Martin Lawrence. Enjoy.
Nice. All right, guys. That wraps it up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share if you're feeling frisky. Yeah. What you got?
Okay, everybody. Thank you.